If you rely on financial influencers on social media or Telegram for financial advice, then do watch this video. We have some news for you. Hi, I'm Archana Solanki and you're watching CNBC-TV18's Newsreel. Let's get started with our cover story. This story concerns those who rely heavily on social media influencers and the internet. The big update is that market regulator SEBI has barred 6 people from the securities market for allegedly manipulating stock information. SEBI has also imposed a penalty of 5.6 crore rupees on them. The accused allegedly used a Telegram channel called Bull Run 2017 with more than 49,000 subscribers to make illegal profits. SEBI has barred 3 individuals from the market for 3 years and the rest for a year each. The said Telegram channel allowed only one-way communication from the administrator of the channel, who would post about what to buy and what to sell, while the subscribers could only view the messages and could not speak to them. All right, reiterating the previous stance, RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das has said that Indian banking system continues to stay resilient and remain unaffected by the instability in some advanced economies. He asserts that the Central Bank of India has started looking at business models of banks more closely. He's also asked banks to generate earnings even in times of external shocks. All right, popular TV shows and films like Succession, Harry Potter, Game of Thrones and Lord of the Rings could return to India soon. This according to a Reuters report that says that Reliance-owned Viacom18 has signed a multi-year streaming agreement with Warner Bros. The partnership, which is expected to start next month, will make JioCinema app the home for HBO and Warner Bros. Content in India. All right, let's get to the big earnings action today. FMCG major Hindustan Unilever missed the mark on all parameters. Even as revenue grew 10%, margins took a hit and volume growth dropped to 4%. CEO Sanjeev Mehta said that HUL is done with price hikes, assuring that volumes will recover. From earnings, let's shift our focus to the market action. The Dalal Street ended the day at over 2-month highs. Nifty and Sensex gained over 0.5%, with the Nifty rising above the 17,900 mark. Mid-caps and banks rose in line with the blue chips. More than 30 LGBTQI collectives of law school students have condemned the Bar Council of India resolution against legal recognition of same-sex marriages. They said that the BCI resolution is ignorant, harmful, hateful, and antithetical to the Constitution and the spirit of inclusive social life. The Bar Council, that consists of 15 men, had said that legal status to same-sex marriage can be catastrophic. But let's also tell you what happened in the Supreme Court today, that's hearing several petitions on same-sex marriages. It was the 6th day of the hearing today. The top court asked the centre to come back on May 3rd with its response on the social benefits that same-sex couples can be granted even without the legal recognition of their marital status. Another important story that we have been consistently tracking on this show is Olympic champions' protests, wrestlers' protests. In the latest, Abhinav Bindra and several other sports stars have come out in support of these protesting wrestlers. In the national capital, the protests have been going on for several days. Remember, the wrestlers are protesting at Jantar Mantar, demanding the arrest of Wrestling Federation of India chief Brij Bhushan Singh, accusing him of sexual harassment. Remember, 7 women wrestlers have moved Supreme Court seeking the registration of FIR against him. The hearing will take place in the Supreme Court tomorrow. Right, the first batch of 360 Indians from crisis-hit Sudan have arrived in New Delhi under Operation Kaveri. Now, Operation Kaveri is a rescue mission launched by the government of India to evacuate citizens from Sudan, where the army and the paramilitary groups are fighting with each other for power. The warring factions have agreed to a 72-hour ceasefire. This after the US and many countries urged them to do so in order to allow foreign nationals to evacuate safely. Meta CEO Mark Zuckerberg says that the time spent on Instagram has grown more than 24% since the company launched Reels on the platform thanks to AI-powered content recommendations. He also said that people are sharing Reels more than 2 billion times a day, doubling over the last 6 months. Remember, Meta earnings beat expectations for first quarter. Profit and revenue rose for the first time in nearly a year. A Hyundai Motor plans to exit Russia, according to several reports. The company suspended operations at its Russian operation last year amid the Ukraine war. They are aiming to sell the manufacturing plants to Kazakh company. In a statement to Reuters, Hyundai Motor said it was reviewing various options for future in the country. Many other companies have suspended their operations due to Western sanctions on Russia. For the first time, Pope Francis has decided to give women the right to vote at an upcoming meeting of bishops, a historic reform that reflects, according to many, his hope to give women greater representation and decision-making responsibilities to women and lay people. Until now, the only people who could vote were men. But under the new changes, 5 religious sisters will join priests as voting representatives for religious orders. And now in a special first, squadron leader Shivangi Singh, the first Indian woman fighter pilot, will fly the new Rafale plane, and she's in the headlines. That's because she's part of the Indian Air Force contingent taking part in the ongoing multinational exercise Orion in France. India has sent a Rafale aircraft for the first time outside the country for this exercise. Let's move on to our moment of the day. It's about the South Korean President Yoon Suk, who stunned his American counterpart Joe Biden by singing the 70s hit American Pie. Listen in.
Long, long time ago, I can still remember how the music used to make me smile.